Did you know that some of the fastest growing tech careers in South Africa today are not traditional software jobs? They are AI careers. And here's the interesting part. While many people use the terms AI engineer and data scientist interchangeably, these are actually two very different career paths, right? One focuses on discovering insights from data, the other focuses on building intelligent systems that people can actually use. So if you're trying to break into tech, switch careers, or future proof your skills, which path should you choose? And more importantly, which path is winning in 2026? Let's get into that, right? Let's unpack this, right? Sanibonani, good laganda. I am Bulletin Gomezulu, an AI Agentic backend developer and a full-time fighter, guys. Thank you so much for actually supporting the channel. And yeah, guys, I really do appreciate it. Welcome back to another episode of the Next Level Talk podcast. So if you listened to the previous episode, where we discussed about data engineers versus AI engineers, thank you for all the engagement and the comments. Guys, I really did enjoy reading your guys' conversation. It was amazing. And many of you wanted to know, where does the data scientist fit into all of this? So today we're continuing that discussion and comparing two of the most hottest careers in technology, right? AI engineer versus data science. And I don't lie, I'm also excited myself to have this conversation with you guys. So by the end of this episode, you will understand what each role actually does, how they think differently, which one pays more with those South African figures, right? And which one has more opportunities in 2026, and most importantly, which path might be right for you. So grab your coffee, put on your headphones, and let's level up together and let's talk. So let's start with data scientist, right? A lot of people hear the term and immediately think, oh, they build AI. Not exactly, right? A data scientist's primary job is to extract insight from data. Think of them as detectives, right? They investigate patterns. So they answer business questions. They help companies make better decisions. Right, you may be confused. I want to put an example to help you understand this. For example, a bank might ask, why are customers leaving? A retailer might ask, which product will sell the most next month? Right. A hospital might ask, can we predict which patients are at risk? So, in that position, the data scientist gathers data, cleans it, analyzes it, builds predictive models, and communicates finding. So their work often ends with reports, dashboard, prediction, and recommendations, right? Their goal is understanding. They help organizations make smarter decisions, guys. Now let's talk about AI engineers. This is the world I live in every day. More specifically, my role as an AI Agentic backend developer, which sits within the broader AI engineering field, right? And here's the simplest explanation. Data scientists discover insight. AI engineers turn those insights into systems people can actually use. So if a data scientist builds a model that predicts customer chunk, right, the AI engineer makes sure that prediction works inside a real application that thousands of users can use. Today, many AI engineers are building AI agents, right, agentic workflows, back-end AI infrastructure, RAG, which is Retrieval Augmented Generation Systems, APIs, enterprise AI platforms, and automation systems powered by LLMs, which is large language module, right? The question we are always asking is, how do we get this AI into the hands of users and businesses? Because an amazing model sitting in a notebook does not create business values, guys. A deployed AI system does. This is probably the most important section of today's episode. And if there's one thing I want you to remember is, if you remember only one thing from this podcast, remember this. Data scientists train, AI engineers deploy. Let me explain. Data scientists spend a lot of time training models, right? They focus on historical data, statistical methods, model accuracy, experimentation. Their mindset is, how can I make the model smarter? AI engineers focus on deployment and real world implementation, especially in today's world of AI agents and agentic systems, right? We think about agent workflows, APIs, context management, retrieval system, backend infrastructure, user interactions, and production reliability, right? So our mindset is, how can I make this AI useful and available to users at scale? So this shift becomes even more obvious in the area of LLMs and AI agents. So today, many companies are not training foundation models from scratch. They are using existing models and building intelligent systems around them. So that's where AI engineers are increasingly spending their time, deploying AI into real business environments. So another major difference is the type of data each role typically works with, right? Data scientists traditional work with structured data. They think spreadsheets, tables, database, rows and columns. So for an example, sales figures, customer records, financial transactions, right? Everything is organized and predictable. And AI engineers increasingly work with unstructured data, right? For example, this includes images, videos, documents, emails, voice recordings, right? PDFs, conversations, right? Unstructured. And let's be honest, the world creates way more unstructured data than structured data, right? So every WhatsApp message, right? Every YouTube video that you watch, every voice notes, every document, that's where modern AI is creating huge opportunities. So let's compare the outputs. A data scientist might produce, right? A prediction model, a report, a dashboard, business insights. An AI engineer might produce an AI agent, an internal company co-pilot, an automated workflow, a customer support assistant, a back-end AI system, a multi-agent platform, right? Think about it this way. If you're chatting with an AI assistant, if a bank employee is using an internal AI tool, or if an automated workflow is completing tasks without human intervention, right? There's a very good chance an AI engineer was heavily involved. One role explains what happens, right? The other builds the systems that make things happen. Both are valuable, but they are solving different problems. Let me share something from my own journey, right? So that you guys can actually understand it more. When I first started learning I thought the hardest part would be building the models. Then I started working on real world systems and I realized something surprising, guys. Getting a model to work is one challenge. Getting it to work reliably for thousands of users is a completely different challenge, right? So you start thinking about the speed, cost, security, user experience, and system reliability. That's when I fell in love with AI engineering, especially the challenge of building agentic backend systems that could make intelligent decisions, automate workflows, and solve real business problems, right? I enjoyed building solutions people could actually use, not just experiments, right? Products. So that's a big reason why this field excites me today. So let's talk about money. Let's talk about what you guys actually wanna know, because I know some of you are waiting for this section, right? So for those of us here in South Africa, the salary picture looks a little bit different from what we might see in USA-based reports, right? On average, air engineers earn between 700,000 and 1.2 million per year. Data scientists typically earn between 450,000 and 850,000 per year, right? So now salaries vary specifically based on your experience, location, industry, and company size. Put that in mind. Someone working in Johannesburg, Cape Town, or for an international company may earn considerably more, right? But the trend remains consistent. AI engineers currently command higher earning potential. Why? Because companies are racing to deploy AI solutions, to be quite honest. They are no longer asking, can AI do this? They are asking, how quickly can we implement it? And that creates a strong demand for people who can build, deploy, and maintain AI systems, right? So we are here now. Let's address the elephant in the room. Which career is winning in 2026? Data science is still important. Please bear that in mind. Very important. Because while because businesses will always need insight. They will always need forecasting, they will always need analytics, but AI engineers is accelerating faster. We are seeing explosive growth because of generative AI, AI agents, agentic systems, enterprise AI adoption and automation and also LLMs, which is large language models, right? Every company wants AI capabilities. Your bank, retails, healthcare providers, government, startups, everyone. And here in South Africa, we are seeing the same trend, right? Major banks, retailers, healthcare organizations, and growing startups are actively exploring and deploying AI solutions. The challenge is not just tech anymore. The challenge is not about technology anymore, right? It's finding skilled local talents that can build and deploy these systems effectively. And that's creating exciting opportunities for South Africans entering the field today, right? The demand for AI engineers continues to grow because companies need people who can turn AI ideas into working systems. Let's make this practical, right? You may strive as a data scientist if you enjoy statistics. You love research, you love finding patterns, you love analytic thinking, you enjoy answering business questions, right? You may strive as an AI engineer if you actually enjoy software development. You like building products. You enjoy problem solving. You actually love seeing users interact with your work. You enjoy combining AI with engineering. No, right? Neither is better. They are different, right? The best choice depends on your strength. Know your strength and know where you fit. Simple. Let's imagine a South African bank wants to improve how it serves customers. A data scientist might ask, what patterns, what pattern in customer behavior predicts whether someone will default on a loan? They analyze millions of transactions. They build predictive models. They discover insights. Then the AI engineer, the AI engineer then steps in. So the AI engineer takes those models and builds an intelligent backend systems. They create AI agents that automate decisions, right? Build APIs, optimize performance, handle thousands of requests daily, ensure the system works reliable inside the bank's existing infrastructure. Same project, different responsibilities. One discovers, one deploys, right? And together they create value, right? Both of these careers create an incredible value. So if you're trying to actually decide today, here's my advice. Ask yourself these three questions, right? Question number one is, do I enjoy analyzing data more than building software? If yes, data science may be a better fit, right? So question number two, do I get excited when people use something I've built, right? If yes, then AI engineering will be your path. And question three, would I rather explain insights or build a system that acts on them, right? Your answer will actually tell a lot. And here's the good news, the skills overlap. Learning Python, machine learning, data analysts, cloud technologies, right? These help both careers. You don't need to get the decision perfect on day one, guys. Like, be easy on yourself. You can actually evolve as you learn, right? So, what do you guys think? Is AI engineering the future, or do you believe data science will remain the king of AI careers, right? I want to hear your thoughts. Please share your perspective. Drop a comment in the comment section, right? And tell me which path you are also pursuing. If this episode actually helped you understand the difference, share it with a friend who's trying to break into tech right now, right? And if type of talks, right? Conversations like this are, however, they are important, right? For us to have and for us to discuss. So share your opinion and your perspective on the comment section so that I can see, conversate. Remember, the more that you learn from me is the more that I'm learning from you guys as well. So guys, have a wonderful day and cheers. This is the Next Level Podcast. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers.